Okay. Okay, so before I begin, I would like you all to know about the institute I am connecting from and more about the platform which has made it possible for us to connect via this Zoom meeting. I hope everybody can see my screen. Okay, so before we begin, let me take a moment to introduce the institute that brings us together today, and it's Amity University. So, Amity University is basically a group of organizations spread throughout the world, and I'm from Amity University, Rajasthan, which is working basically on the platform or on the path of Amity University Group. So, here we make our students comfortable and rely more on the real life world, make them skilled, confident, and future focused. So, we will be learning a lot of things in this workshop. So, let's begin the session. And before I start the session, I just want a small pre-test to be attempted by you all so that we can have an idea of what is going in the you will be learning and what all things will be dealt during the session. I'll be sharing a link in the chat box and I will give you 2 minutes maximum so that you can connect through that Google form and give me a pre-test kind of thing so that we will have an idea that how we are going to move. Is everyone ready for the pre-test? Let me share the link. You can respond in the chat box, which will help me communicate with you all because I would also need your responses. Okay, Bhavya, thank you so much. So here comes the link. Please open the link and I'll be sharing it. Just give me a minute. I hope you are getting the links. Please attempt the pre-test and then we'll move forward to the workshop. If the link is not opening, let me know. I'll make sure that you are able to access the link. Are you able to open the link? Do let me know once you are done with the pre-test and then we'll move forward to the workshop. Are we done with the pretest? We can have our responses in the chat box. If you are done with the pretest, through this pretest, you'll be getting an idea that what this workshop is about. And by the end of the workshop, you will get an idea that whether you learn new things, whether you upskill your knowledge, whether you need to inculcate more things in your behavior, whether you'll be needing more refinement, or you're okay to go for your personal branding. I think it's time and you should have completed your pre-test. Shall we move forward to the workshop? I need the responses from three of you. We have new member in the um, meeting, I guess. Uh, Diksha ma'am, we have a link in the chat box, which is the pre-test for the workshop. As you have joined now, you may attempt the pre-test so that we can have the pre-perception, pre-knowledge about the workshop, not the perception. We have more members joining. Okay, so those who have joined now, kindly find a link in the chat box. Try to attend the pre-test so that we will have a basic knowledge about the workshop. And let's move forward. I would like to welcome the newcomers to the workshop. So in this workshop, basically, we'll start with self-discovery. We'll be getting to know who we are actually, what skills we have in ourselves, and what more skills we can adapt and inculcate in ourselves. So which we will be building a personal identity, which will be making us more confident, which will be making us more future ready, which will be making us more updated in this very fast running world. Along with the self discovery and personal identity, we will be having a good communication signals, because once we are clear about our own self, once we are clear about our own personality, we will be clear how to portray that personality in front of the community, in front of the society we are living. So we will have more rapport with the others, we will have more confident in us to build more personal connections. Through those personal connections, we will have a good reputation, we will have a good chance to communicate on digital platform, to communicate on physical platforms. So like this, we will have a platform where we can build our showcase our personal brand. And lastly, we will have a perfect brand to sell in the market. That is, we will have a personal brand that will depict our personality, that will tell more about our own self. So I hope everybody is on the same page. And now we are going to start the workshop. I would like everybody's thumbs up for the same, that I would know that yes, we all are on the same page. Kindly react to the same page. So I would like to move forward. May I all have all of your reactions on this? Or you can even write it in the chat box that you are ready for the workshop, you are ready to begin the workshop. Okay, so moving forward towards the first topic, that is, what do we mean by personal branding? So there are certain statements which define the meaning of personal branding, that is, the intentional shaping of professional identity. Now, being professionally ready for this world, being professionally capable enough to adapt the fast moving world around us. Then we have how others recognize your value and strength. We have a lot of things in us. We have a lot of know about it. How would others recognize your achievements, your values, your strength? That is what our personality tells. Then we have the signals you constantly send through behavior, communication, and your presence. Do people feel good around you? Do people feel confident around you? Because you are more confident. You portray yourself like that. You have a very good persuasive skill. You convince people to that. So, all these signals will be dealt in today's workshop. So, that means your credibility, that means your presence will be your clarity and your consistency. It's not the it's not about one day performance. It's the performance which you need daily. It's the performance which you have to have in you. It's the performance which should be your habit. So consistency is required. And the most important thing, if you don't define yourself, others will define you. That means if we don't portray ourselves what we are, others will do that. So moving forward, we have a question, or I have a question. Tell me about yourself. I have already asked this question. So I would like every one of you to describe yourself in the chat box in 2 lines, just in 2 lines. And I want everybody's participation in that. जैसा भी आपको सही लग रहा है, आप उस तरीके से अपने बारे में बता सकते हैं. 2 lines about your own self. How would you describe yourself? I'm just waiting in the chat box for your responses. In 2 line, in 1 line, whatever you feel feasible, you can describe yourself accordingly. And remember, if you won't do that, others will do it for you. Yes, Bhavya, Hardik, Sandeep, Bhavya, Diksha, Danu, I need your responses in the chat box. Shalini, your responses will build in a professional introduction for your own self. Trust me. By the end of this workshop, we will have a clear description of our own self in just 20 words, which will be so impressive that people will say 3 magical words to you. And those 3 magical words will be disclosed by the end of this or in the middle of the workshop. Okay, for example, let me start it. If I would have to describe myself, okay, I think we have a participant who would like to tell about. Sir, you can unmute yourself and you can tell about your intro if you wish to.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Myself, Sandeep Yadav. I am
Good
a
afternoon,
teacher
sir.
in Kendriya Vidyalaya.
Wonderful, sir. So we have a very good introduction from Sandeep Yadav, sir, that he is a teacher in Kendriya Vidyalaya. So we have good participants in the workshop. And sir, may I know you teach which subject or you are a teacher of which profession?
Ma'am, I'm a sports teacher. I used to teach physical education in class 11th and 12th.
Wonderful, sir. Thank you so much for responding. Physical education teacher also in a workshop, and it's very impressive to have you in the workshop, sir.
Thank
So
you, ma'am.
let's move forward. Or if I would like to have introduce myself, I would be saying it as an Um, I'm a communication consultant who helps people to describe what they struggle to describe. So, in short, I am a communication consultant who is helping people to say or to say something very simple. So, my introduction or the simple line is telling about myself, of course, and it also tells about what exactly my intro will give an outcome to an institute or a company I would be joining. So I am a training consultant or communication consultant, which is about myself, and I help people that shows that it is my outcome of the resources I have in. So, our introduction or the identity or the self discovery which we have should have both the aspects. One is what we are, and the other thing is what the identity which we have will help the institution or the company. For example, we had an introduction from Sandeep sir. He is a physical education teacher in Kendra Vidyalaya. So he can also communicate it like this that I am Sandeep Kumar Yadav or my name is Sandeep Kumar Yadav. I am a physical education teacher in Kendra Vidyalaya and I help students to achieve their goals through sports. So it would give you an target, it will give you an future insight that the company or the institute or any organization would like to know about. So all these words, all these sentences will inculcate together, will combine together and bring you to this particular platform where the three magical words will come up and the person who is listening to you would say those three magical words. So I was expecting few responses from you. So we have one response from Danupon. I am a calm and peaceful person. I love to challenge myself with new ideas. Very loving. I'm a PhD researcher. I'm a PhD researcher. I'm taking care of the EU foreign policy responses to Indian migration in terms of the high skilled and low skilled laborers. I'm very happy to know about you, Danu, and it is very impressive that you are even working along with your PhD research. So we have lots of people with us, and it would be very grateful if others would have also responded to this question. If it is possible, as I have even given it in the slide, my introduction in 17 words. It's just in 17 words that I'm a communication consultant. I help people with something to say, but they struggle to say it. So, this is my main role that I'm a communication consultant, and this is the outcome of this role. So, similarly, if it is possible, can you give me your introduction just in 20 words? Just in 20 words. If you can introduce yourself just in 20 words. In the chat box, if you are not comfortable in communicating while unmuting yourself, you can simply write it down in the chat box and we can have those introduction with us. I'll be just waiting for 1 minute and then we'll be moving forward. I'll be happy to see your responses in the chat box or you want to share it while unmuting yourself. It will know about people from different states, different areas in the workshop. Your introduction, just in 20 words. Whatever you are doing, if you are a student, you may make frame it like I'm a student with all these skills, like Danu has done it. Similarly, you can do it just in 20 words or even less than that if you want. I'm expecting responses in the chat box. Shalini, we have more participants now. Diksha, Bhavya, Sunita. If we can have Okay, till the time you are writing about your introduction, we will move forward to the next slide, which will tell about the most probably tell about the three magical words when you introduce yourself. Okay, before telling these three magical words, let me share a story with you all, which may or may not, which may motivate you to learn more about this. So, while I was applying at various institutions, various universities, few years back, I was into an interview, and there I introduced myself very nicely. I thought that I have done it very nicely. I told them about all the achievements, all my education qualifications, my previous experiences, my certificates, my research papers, my participation in presentations in the workshops, seminars, FDPs, everything. I have discussed everything to them. But then the moment I finished talking, was was so overwhelmed that he was speechless after listening to my interview or listening to my introduction. But the thing was, he was like, asked me, what good can you do for my institution, or what good can you do for my institution or my company? And I was blank because I had just put what I had in instead of just telling him, or instead of showing him that with all those achievements, with all those certificates, or with all those learnings and qualifications, what could I can do for better, or what could I can do this or her institution or this company? So when you introduce yourself, like I had done previously, combining your achievements with the outcome, may you may in your future listen to me magic words which is tell me more about yourself. When people are so impressed, so open with the questions that they want to know more about you. When I
Maybe your sound is not coming proper. The sound is not coming proper, ma'am.
am I not audible?
You are audible, but not proper. It's very figure.
I just check my connection. Probably. Right. Sir, am I audible now? Okay, I'm like to ask the participants, am I audible now? Or is my voice breaking?
Audible, ma'am.
Am I not? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so I was talking about the three magical words which I have currently were life-changing words to me. Tell me more about yourself. When you hear these words, that the person who is listening to you becomes more interested in knowing you more. And when this happens, when you yourself are so that is personal branding. Branding. When you yourself brand yourself, or you are ready to be in market, you are ready to showcase yourself in market to impress the people standing in front of you. It's not just always about the formal setting. It can always be. It can also be in your informal setting when you are with your friends, when you
Excuse
are with
me.
your yes.
I'm sorry. Apologies for interrupting, but your mic seems something is wrong with your mic. Uh, the sound is coming off very suppressed.
Okay, ma'am. Let me check.
Is it okay now? Is my voice okay now?
Yeah, much better.
Is it not okay, echoing now?
No, there's no such echo, and the sound is also proper now.
Okay, thank you so much, Bhavya, for letting me know this. I'm really sorry for the
Welcome.
caused by my voice. And I would like to share my screen again. If is it required that I repeat the content again? Okay, so I was discussing about the three magical words, that is, tell me more about yourself. So when we have a good capacity of describing ourselves in few words which make others impress. Uh, that is when we have built a very good personal brand, and that is when we are ready for being set in the market. We can be in the market where we have competitors amongst us and set a separate place for ourselves where people can recognize us through even by our presence. Moving to the next slide. Okay, we'll be skipping this because I already had this with you. So coming to the self-discovery, I was talking a lot about it. How can we build our personal identity? How can we build our identity where we discover ourselves, where we know that what are our strengths, we know about our skills, we know in which areas we are interested in, we know our values. Style. Obviously, we all know that everybody's work style is different. People may believe in doing smart work, people who believe in doing hard work. So that is their way of working and the evidence of ability. So we have no clarity, that means we have no positioning. So with all these points in front of you, now if you are capable enough to give me your strengths, your skills, interests, values, and work style in the chat box, workshop where we have to communicate through either the chat box or through the mics. So I would request everybody to participate through chat box or through unmuting yourself. We have few words in front of us and you just have to give an adjective to your own self that I have a good strength of communicating. I have a good strength of public speaking. I have a good strength of teaching. I have a good strength of convincing others. Like this, you can give an adjective to your own self. May I have your responses in the chat box? Just give me a word for this, for each word: strength, skills, interests, values, and your way of working. If you are a student, you have a way of working when you submit your assignments, when you do your project works. So we have a response. I have a good strength of keeping myself calm. Very nice. Thank you so much, Sunita ma'am, for replying. So she's saying that she has a good strength of keeping herself calm. That is really a strength, I would say, because many a times there are situations where we lose our calm, where we get and we take wrong decisions, probably. Ma'am, can I know your skill, your interest, your values, or your work style? Anything? Okay, I have a good artistic skills. Wonderful, ma'am. So probably having good artistic position in the area of being creative, being artistic. Wonderful. I would like to have responses from others also. Shalini, Bhavya, Deeksha ma'am, Shalini ma'am, Bhavya ma'am. We have response from Sandeep sir. Good strength to convince everyone with my opinion. Wonderful. This is also a strength. You have a persuasive skill. You have a good speaking persuasive skill in that case, because convincing others is a big task. Okay. It's nice that we are framing sentences, because these sentences by the end of the workshop will help us to frame our introduction. And what if we frame these sentences related to our own profession? That will make us learn more about how to portray, how to build our brand in the area we are working in. Okay, so here I have one very close statement, simple statement, where it is in the form of fill in the blanks. Just stop sharing. It's not working. I'll just share the screen. Yes, we have 3 fill in the blanks. My strength is to convince. I have strength of convincing other. My skills are artistic, where I proved them as. Here we have to write down the outcome of these two, strength and skill. If anybody can do that. Help me out to complete these sentences. Okay, once we are done with this, let your answers be in the chat box. I'll be interested in reading them out. We will now move towards the professional identity, which I was just discussing, that the skills, the strengths, the ideas which we have, how do we portray them as a professional identity? The chat box that they have artistic skills. They are good in convincing. How these convincing powers, how these artistic skills can help them build their professional identity, build their professional platform. How convincing others can become my strength in my professional life. What beneficials, what benefits, or I would say, will these skills have in my life where I'm working? How would I use my convincing skills to convince or to convince my students to do a particular task? If I'm not good in convincing, my students would not either submit it or my student would not submit it on time. So like this, we need to frame in a sentence. We have more responses in the chat box. My strength is the commitment towards my work. Wonderful. Strength is convince others. Okay. So I have an example. Thank you so much, Sunita ma'am and Sandeep sir, for responding, for being so active participant in the workshop. So I have an example over here. There is this weak identity, I would say, where it says simply a one-line introduction by a BCom student. I asked him, introduce yourself, and he said, I am a BCom student. A very simple introduction. Everybody would have heard it. You might have also heard it from your students, from your friends, or even you might have also given it by your own. So we have a strong identity over here, which says same course, same class student, who says, I'm a finance focused data learner. They sit in same class, they study same courses, they have same webinars attended by them, but then they have different introduction. The first one is simply telling about his degree. That is, he is a BCom student. But the second one has given the outcome of that degree. That is, he is a finance-focused data learner. He has chosen a path which takes him towards his goal. That is the future-oriented goal, which is finance-focused data learner. So the strong identity would be your degree. The shift should be from your degree to the direction, in which direction you will be going, and lean toward the role. That I am this person moving in this direction, and my destiny, my role, my future, or my long-term goal will be this. Like this, we can have a very profound, a very well planned initial line for our education qualification. If you are a student, you need to know that your degree should always have a long-term picture with it. If you are doing a degree in literature, or if you are doing a degree in mass comm, or you are doing a degree in programs of BTech, you should know where this degree will lead you towards, in which direction. And you should have that word, you should have that insight in your introduction. Moving forward to the next slide. I'm just still waiting for the responses of others. Now again, I have a sentence which will use all the aspects we have discussed. I am a dash focused on this. I am a student of this degree, or I am all the extra information inculcated in this, or I am a teacher, or I am a professional, or I am a lawyer, I am a doctor, whatever it is. The first line would have your initial of your profession, not your name. Focus on. Now you are focused on which area? What is your long-term goal? That will be in the second blank. To achieve that particular goal, using all my convincing skills, my artistic skills, my communication skills, my persuasive skills, all those skills which you'll be using to achieve that goal. For example, I have a few examples with me. I am a marketing student focused on digital campaign. I am a marketing student. Marketing student is the person who will be more into the knowledge of industries, who will be more into the knowledge of companies, the new trends which are going on. And this particular student is more focused on digital campaign. Now, what skills he will be using to achieve this? He will be updated. He will use his technical skills, that is the computer-based skills or the software skills. And along with that, he will be using his soft skills. Then we have one more example. I'm a biotechnology learner focused on lab research. Very important for them. I'm a management student focused on operation efficiencies. How to operate. Management means how to manage things. So they have different techniques for operational techniques to do that. With these blanks, using these words, can I expect more responses from you all now? We have few messages in the chat box. We have Bhavya. Okay. Is it working now, Bhavya? I am able to see your responses. Can you give me the answer for this? Okay, Sandeep sir, can you frame all these three sentences into this single sentence? You have given me 3 points, and they are very good because you are a physical education teacher. All these skills. Can you frame your introduction in these three blanks in a single sentence? Bhavya, do let me know if you can reply now. You can use the Dutch message thing. Not yet. Those are old responses, but I accidentally exit. But I can read. You can respond. your own self. For example, if I would have to frame it, I am a communication trainer focused on helping others to communicate better using my soft skills or using my communication skills. Can you pardon me for a while?
Yeah. I am a physical education teacher focused on fitness by using different techniques.
Wonderful, sir. So you said I am a physical education teacher focused on fitness. Now, can we know fitness of whom? Your fitness, because you are a teacher, you may have the focus on your students. Or because you are working in Kendra Vidyalaya, you may have focus on all the teachers of working in the organization you are working with. First thing. Second, you are using your technical skills. Those technical skills can have particular names to have more emphasis on. Frame it now. Use a name for those technical skills and then frame the sentence. The first one was appropriate. I am a physical education teacher focused on the betterment of the health of my students. Will it work, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we can use it as in, I am a physical education teacher on the better health of my students using, name the skill, sir.
Using motor skills.
Okay. So I guess now you have a full framed sentence for your initial life, intro. If you would be introducing yourself, your first introduction was, I'm a physical education teacher working in Kendra Vidyalaya. Now, can you see a difference in introducing yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Similarly, others can
Thank you
also
for
try.
your guidance.
Thank you so much for responding, sir. Others can also try in the same manner. If you are not able to text in the chat box, you can unmute yourself and then we can have your introduction placed in this Bhavya, are you able to write it down in the chat box now? You can unmute yourself and let me know that. Let's move to the other slide now. Now we have a single line of introduction with us. Now, how do we communicate it? How do we create a signal of communication? First of all, we have to make it a permanent introduction of our own. Whenever we are in, even in the informal setting, मान लो we are in our with our friends or relatives and somebody asks, अरे यार तुम क्या करते हो आजकल कहाँ हो? तो we have to make or we have to maintain. हम वहां पे भी खुद को वैसे ही पोर्ट्रे करें, हम वहां पे भी खुद के बारे में वैसे ही बताएं जैसा हम एक इंटरव्यू में बताएंगे. उससे we will build an habit of maintaining the same consistency throughout. We will be able to revise the same process again and again, and we will have that in our own self. So whenever we are in public, whenever we are in a group, or whenever we are talking about ourselves, we have to be very sharp about telling about our own self, because we are making our own brand. And why do we need that? Because in today's world, in today's competitive AI world, And today's this fast running alpha beta generation world, we need to have our place. We need to have something different from the others to make our own place. That is why we need to have a brand. And if we have a brand, we should not keep it to our own self. हमारे पास कुछ है तो हमें उसको showcase करना चाहिए, so that everybody is aware about it. So we will be communicating all those signals. We will be communicating all those with whatever we have in the particular way जो हमने अभी तक discuss किया है. हमें कैसे अपनी स्ट्रेंथ को, अपनी स्किल को, अपनी अचीवमेंट से ही आपकी वैल्यूज आती है, उन सबको एक ही सेंटेंस में और एल्स इन 2 sentences हम एक फ्रेम करके कैसे कम्युनिकेट करना है. दैट कम्स अंडर दिस सिग्नल्स व्हिच वी कम्युनिकेट, because this communication only will build a brand. Through this communication, people will know about us, people will feel our presence around them. This is with the communication only. I have a short video. If
What this organization really needs is a one-on
visible right now, I'll play it. Was it audible to you all?
What this organization really needs is a one-on-one approach.
Is it audible to you all? Was the video audible to you all?
It is audible, but it is not working properly, ma'am.
Yes, I think there is some internet issue.
The video has stopped in between.
Organization really
I stopped it.
needs
Try it for the last time. If it's not working, I would be skipping this video. I think it won't be playing, so I'll be skipping this video. It was basically how you communicate. Here, the manager was trying to convince the other team members to understand what the organization really needs. So he says that this organization need a one-on-one approach.
Ma'am, when
So-
you started the video, after that, you are not audible too.
Am I audible now?
No, we are not able to hear you properly.
Okay, thank you so much for letting me know. I'll just check. Am I audible now, ma'am?
Audible, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So basically that video was about a manager trying to make his team members understand about the approaches of the organization. We'll skip that part. Have a full frame professional introduction with us, where we have our name, our field, the skills we focused on, or if we have projects and internships with us, it's the best point. If we have experience with us, Again, it's the best point. But if we don't have as a student or as a fresher, we don't have, we can skip to these things and we can directly come to the career direction. Career direction, we have already discussed the future insight where we will be working in the future. That will be the career direction. I hope that you all will be able to frame a 2-3 line introduction from all these pointers. Now, what do we mean by communication? We have done, physically we have done. But what about communicating on the digital platform? What about showing our personality? What about showing our profile on the digital platform? When we are silent, when we are absent on the digital platform, we miss major opportunities. Because now we have AI in each and every organization and they are using it very thoroughly. This AI takes all the capable candidates from the online platforms and then they call them for interview. Even the shortlisting of the candidates is done on this by the help of this AI. So putting ourselves on this digital platform is the best idea to sell our own brand, or I would say to make our personality visible for people around us. So now this digital platform would be LinkedIn. This digital platform would be Instagram, X, or we would say Facebook, or we would say a community or a group related to our field, the interested area, WhatsApp. But majorly, yes, if we are hunting for job, if we are looking for switching the job, yes, it will be LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is primarily an app for this particular purpose. How would you make yourself visible on LinkedIn? How will we know that what kind of profile we should have on LinkedIn? What kind of resume we should have? What kind of post I need to share on LinkedIn? How will I make my profile visible to other people who are of the same field I am? What kind of picture I will have? What kind of headline I will have? What kind of cover page I will have? All these things are under LinkedIn. So the introduction which we have with us now will have all those keywords with us. Because we all have our strength in that, we all have our skills in that, we all have our work style in that. Through all these keywords, we will have our introduction, which we have on LinkedIn below the profile picture. I'll just show you an example of LinkedIn, which will tell you about the strong versus the weak profile picture. So we have a weak profile picture where the is there, but there is no picture, which will make the LinkedIn seem anonymous first, or can be a fake profile. Student, you have just written student at, for example, Amity University, Rajasthan, or Amity University. You have left it like Amity University or Amity University, comma, Jaipur. Our students do that sometimes. Or you are a student somewhere in the other university. Or on the other side, we have a profile with a profile picture first. Second, we have his introduction. He is web development enthusiast. He is not working as a web developer, but he is an enthusiastic candidate for that. So he has written, I'm a web development enthusiast. Now we have a weak profile where there is no project, no description at all. But on the stronger side, we have, he has a built e-commerce app. He had done this in the college time. He had done this as a project. HTML. He knows about CSS. He knows about JavaScript, everything. He might not knowing about C++. All those things he has sorted here. Next, he is organized coding workshop. He has done that. Now, how would you make your profile strong? First of all, every LinkedIn profile should have a picture, your original picture. Nowadays, AI is very common, or say is very in use, commonly used in our life, where we even make AI to refine our picture I would suggest never use a AI created picture as your LinkedIn profile or even on as your resume. Use your original picture on LinkedIn. Even if you are working somewhere, even if you are working with the government sector, everybody should have a LinkedIn profile, because having a LinkedIn profile will always upgrade yourself. You will be updating things on that you have worked there, you have done this workshop, you attended this FDP. It will help you to keep your. We were talking about the profile picture. You should always have an original picture, front facing, short closer. Short closer is this much, the picture which is there in the stronger profile. This is the appropriate picture of LinkedIn profile, and similar will go with the resume. So now you can also have a LinkedIn profile with a strong profile picture and a strong detail about your own self. This is how you will make yourself visible on digital platform. Now, what kind of post you would share to make your profile visible to others? To whom you will be connecting on LinkedIn? You will be of your organization, you'll be connecting to the people who are related to your organization or your course or your stream or your interest. You'll be sharing the post related to your field. You'll be sharing the post related to your ideas. You can share posts related to um, common aspect of society where everybody can give their opinions. You can repost such posts. You can post your achievements on LinkedIn. This is how you can keep your LinkedIn profile updated, which will for sure help you achieve a different space, achieve a different platform from your other surrounded people who are not that much active on LinkedIn. Here, if you're even looking for a job, you have a frame given in the LinkedIn where a palette comes off, looking for a job, open for a job. So people from the organization who are looking for candidates like you, they will give an instruction to the AI, and the AI will shortlist your profile from the LinkedIn. And again, you can have an opportunity to work with better organizations or the organization you are willing to work with. This was about the digital availability or the digital signals, we will say, where we can build our own strong profile on LinkedIn. This I have already discussed, how we can make the profile visible by projects and internship. Yes, we can put our projects and internship in the profile, posters related to our skills and learnings, and where we have participated. All the things we have done during our college life or during our profession where we are working. Everybody has a lot of workshops, a lot of FDPs going on, and we are asked to attend those workshops. Everything can be added on LinkedIn. We have a feature, we have a aspect of features in LinkedIn where we can add all the important posts, important achievements, and that will be on the top of your LinkedIn profile. So like this, we can make our digital visibility through LinkedIn. Now, together, I would request every one of you to follow those 5 steps and create a small sentence for the last time. Let me just stop sharing. Just give me a minute. Okay, these are the last 5 steps which we will be following and framing a sentence, which will give us a better idea the first step is of our current role. Mhm. I'm really sorry for my internet connection. The weather is not that good over here. That's why there is a lot of glitches going on. Till then, we can frame a sentence that we were doing earlier. If you people can respond to it. Is my voice not clear yet? Okay, I'm finding a way out to make my screen more visible to you all. Till then, can you frame a sentence using all these strength and skills and everything which you have? Tell me about the role, your job role, specifically your job role, in just one word in the chat box. Can we have that? Okay, so we have one response, that is social awareness, social ethics, and values. Can we frame this, ma'am, in a sentence, that how social awareness becomes your job role, or social ethics can become a job role?
As I'm a social science teacher, so I teach social values and ethics to my children through social awareness and making them aware about the culture and heritage of our country.
So that becomes your job role. Okay. And if we would like to frame this in a sentence, that making my students aware uh, aspect of social service, the aspect of social heritage, or the importance of heritage, how would you like to frame it so that your values, like your knowledge of being socially aware, becomes or gives an outcome to your students, if it is possible for you? You can even give the response in the chat box, ma'am, and others can also.
Hello, ma'am. My name is Vivan Yadav.
Hello.
I am a student of class 2A.
Okay.
My
Role.
my role is to learn new things.
Okay. So we have a student also from school. You are from which class? Vivan?
I am I am in second day.
Second day.
I am
You
in
are a,
second
you are
day.
a student. You are a student of second class. Wonderful. So your role, very good. Your role is to learn. Yes, because you are in a very tender age. So your job role will be to learn. Wonderful, Vivan. Thank you so much for sharing your ideas, Beta. Okay, my net is bit stable now. We steps all together on the screen. The first step is your current job role, current role. We have to choose one from the options because we are in a online mode. I'm not in the setting of making you tick to this. We can choose one and frame a sentence describing ourselves as undergraduate student, postgraduate student, professional beginner, research learner, or we can choose other. And we can frame it like I am a, and I'm specialized in, I have given you options so that we will be framing this sentence through which in we will hear those three magical words from the person who is listening to us, be it in formal setting or be it in informal setting. Can I have the responses in the chat box where we have completed the sentence that I am who is specialized in whatever option would be you like to make, who is specialized in designing, and in designing, I have worked on various costume design where I have create value through generating new ideas and producing quality output. Like this, we can frame and make this or complete this sentence. If you can help me with this, I'll be very grateful for the responses in the chat box. I would like to have others' participation also. Bhavya, Diksha. Are we able to frame the sentence? Diksha ma'am, would you like to frame the sentence and let us know about it? Bhavya ma'am. Okay, I'll do this for everyone if I'll be the beginner to do that. So I am a trainer, or I would say I'm a communication trainer. I'm specialized in, I don't have any option from this. I'm specialized in researching, creating content and delivering it. Content creation is there and delivering it with all my soft skills or using my all soft skills. And I have created a lot of content related to employability skills. I create value through generating new ideas and creating clear communication with my team members or solving problems. Everything can be used or anything this option. So I'll be concluding this statement using all these options. Okay, moving forward, this was the last step of creating a personal brand through words, through our own achievements, through the qualities. Somehow we fail to describe it, somehow we fail to communicate it to others while we are telling them about ourselves, while we are in a setting where we need to explore, where we need to tell people what we really have in us. We have a response with us. Thank you, Sunita ma'am, for that. I am a social science teacher who is creating positive attitude amongst others towards the culture and heritage through awareness and skills. Wonderful, ma'am. I hope you will be using these things, or you might already be using yourself. And trust me, the difference which will be made out when you'll be describing yourself in such a wonderful manner, this that you are a social science teacher, just instead of telling that I'm a social science teacher, if you'll be explaining the outcome of your hard work behind being a social science teacher, you will be listening to those three magical words that would be, or I would like to know more about yourself, because you have used a lot of content words in your introduction. You have used about the ethics, you have used about the heritage. Who is not aware about those things would be very eager to know about you, more about you, I would say. So by the end of this, I'll be ending this workshop. If you have any question regarding, please don't leave the workshop. I'll have few more things to discuss, but still, if you have anything to, any doubt related to anything, you can ask. I'll be sharing a link in the chat box. I would like you to fill the feedback form. Before the feedback form, I'll be sharing the post test of this workshop. I did the pre-test. I'll be happy enough to know more about the post test, what difference it created while we were workshop, and we got to know few new things or a lot of new things, so that we would understand the difference between the pre-test and the post-test, that what was the information we had before taking this workshop and what the information we have now after finishing or after doing a bit brain work through this workshop. I'm sending the link in the group. I hope everybody can access this link. Let me know if you are not able to open the link. I'll be sharing it again. Please attempt this post test, and after that you can visit the feedback, give your valuable feedback to my workshop, so that if any improvement is needed, I'll be working on it for the next time and improving the particular feedback given to me. Till then, if you have questions, you can ask, and I'll be happy to answer the questions from your end. Once you are done with the post test, do let me know.
Ma'am, what we have to write in course?
Course में sir, you can write about your being physical education, आप लिख सकते हैं if there is an option. It is basically the area which you are working in. Semester can be skipped.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Once you are done with the post test, kindly either you can give me a gesture in the
Done, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, I hope the post test has
Done,
been.
ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining my workshop. I hope I would have given you some information related to personal branding, and we may now have a refined professional introduction, at least in 20 words, so that we can have those more related information about our future. Thank you so much for joining. You may
Thank
leave
you,
the meeting.
Nikita ma'am. It was very informative and very helpful for us.
Thank you so much, Sunita ma'am. I would be very happy if you would be giving me the valuable feedback through the link I have given in
Sure, ma'am.
the box. After the post test, if you have attempted it, kindly give me the feedback for the workshop, and I'll be looking forward for you for my future workshops. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for teaching such a wonderful and easy way to introduce ourselves in a different manner.
Thank you so much. One grateful to have teachers like you in the workshop. We also had Sunita ma'am with us. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time and your valuable feedback.